And we back! Today we're about to have a lot of fun, man. Y'all know when we do these rebuilds, whether they have been in 2019, 2K19, 2K20, 2K21 now, I look for teams that are selling / rebuilding and try to steal their star players. It's one of the things I've done, and it has equaled a lot of championship and successful rebuilding challenges. Where today's video is going to be super fun because every team is selling. Every team is having a yard sale, a fire sale. And it should be a lot of fun. If you did not know, I accept challenges from the people in the comment section, and well, this is the first challenge I'm accepting of 2K21, and it comes from our guy. I'm just gonna call you Creed. I don't want to butcher your first name, so let's just go with Creed, like Michael B. Jordan in the Rocky movies. You feel me? Day 7 of asking Kenny to do the yard sale rebuild. Here are the rules. Every team is selling. No untouchables. Make trade difficulty. Oh, I did not see that one. Make trade difficulty 75. That's going to make it tougher. Trade for a 93 overall or higher. Win a championship like so we can see. And 800 people like. So, best believe I did see it. Now, again, I'm accepting challenges from the people down below. But this is something that has been happening over the course of the last couple months. That like 99% of the comments on the video end up being challenges. Which, again, I appreciate the challenges. But how about we talk about the video here and there, okay? Leave a like on it. If you're new around here, subscribe. We're trying to hit 1 million, and I can't do that if you don't subscribe. So, join the game. Team to overtime. So, here we are. He said get it up to 75%, so it is. Usually when we do a rebuilding challenge, it's at 50. And this is going to be a challenge. It's 25% harder to make a trade. Okay. So, let's randomly select our team. Closing my eyes, and I'm stopping in 3, 2, 1. We're running with the Dallas Mavericks. But I do have to take control of every single team, because I have to make every single team selling. So again, my team is the Mavericks, but right now I'm selecting them all. And let's see. I don't know where the Mavericks are going to end up. Mavericks ended up with the 13th pick. All right, let's see what we can get with the 13th pick. Again, whenever I do a fantasy draft, I let my assistant GM do all the drafting, and then I come in and take control of things to win that championship. So the first thing we have to do is go into here, my team intel, and for every team, say selling. So let me do this, and I'll be back. Okay, that took way longer than I wanted it to, but as you can see, every team is selling. So let me lose control of everybody not named the Mavericks. Okay, so now it's time to look at our team, and we have Trae Young, who I'm probably going to trade because we had him in a video yesterday. If you did not see that video, link is always in the description. Go watch the other ones because they are all bangers. Then we have Drummond, Gallinari, Jeff Teague, Jeremy Grant, Derek Favors, Keldon Johnson. At a 76, I'm actually very surprised that Keldon Johnson got that much of an attribute upgrade. I mean, I guess he did have a very good bubble, so it's cool to see him get a nice little boost. His three-point rating is an A- now. Oh, his per 36 numbers look amazing. Okay, Keldon, do your thing. And most of that is in the bubble. 82 overall, 3 Ws. But then we have RJ. Is RJ a worse basketball player than Keldon Johnson right now? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, and speaking of something like this, right? There's a tweet that went around Twitter the other day that was basically talking about all the inconsistencies in the 2K roster. And I got in contact with the 2K people, like the people that make the rosters, and they're trying to fix all those things, like Giannis having a better mid-range shot than Kawhi Leonard and so on and so forth. So expect them to upgrade some overalls and some spots very, very soon. We had Derrick Jones Jr., Matt Thomas, Dion Waiters, Robin Lopez has been looking rough for years, but this picture does not do him any justice. Then we got Justin Jackson, Kai Bowman, and that is our roster. Okay, so the objective is to trade for a guy that is an 93 or above and also win a championship. So let's go ahead and make everybody their prime position so we can get the max amount of value out of everybody. What's going to be interesting is having RJ. I mean, I'm guessing. The dude was a 3rd overall pick last year. He's got 3.5 star value. I was expecting way higher than that. Keldon Johnson got 2 star. Trae Young is going to be that big trade piece. We may keep him, but I did have him in yesterday's video, as I mentioned. So let's see. They want us to trade for us 93 or above. 93 or above. So let's see if we can find who's all 93 or above. So there's only a small select people. So we have Luka, Dame, AD, KD, Steph Curry, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Giannis. All right, so who is the guy we target? One of these guys has to end up on our team for us to even complete this challenge. And I will not rest until we complete this challenge. So which one of these guys do I feel like will be the easiest to trade for? If we're going by, it may be Dame. and maybe Dame. Dame might be the easiest, but I also want to trade for a guy that maybe I have never traded for before. And 32-year-old Kevin Durant is added to the list, man. Kevin Durant is going to be the first guy I try to trade for. Then I'll try James Harden. Then I'll try Kawhi. So let's go talk. I mean, if we can't get the lowest guy on our list, if we can't get KD, then we may not be able to get these guys either. They all have max value, which, I mean, it makes sense. These are the best players in the NBA. So what team does KD play for? He plays for the Rockets in this fictional world. So let's go talk to the Rockets, man. Daryl Morey. Let's try to figure things out, man. You got this. Their best centers, Kevon Looney. They really running that Rockets scheme. They probably got Blake Griffin at center. Kevin Durant. I'll give you Drummond. I will give you R.J. Barrett. No. I mean, obviously. I don't know why I think that trade was going to happen. I'll give you Kai. No, you know what we need to do? Let's go trade like these lower down guys, like the Kai Bowmans of the world, these Derrick Jones Jr.'s of the world, and try to just stock up on crazy amount of draft picks. So I'm thinking ultimately a selling team, because everybody is selling. Remember the challenge. A selling team is going to want draft picks. And Derrick Jones Jr. doesn't give me a single draft pick offer. Uh-oh. The 2K fix that system where I used to just get assets with the picks? There's a second. Oh, no. 2K is... Oh, no. You know what that is? The trade difficulty is higher. I forget the trade difficulty is higher. Yo, okay. So this is actually going to be way more tough than I thought it was going to be. We're not getting any picks. And you know why? Because everybody is selling, which means that they're not willing to trade their draft picks away. Wow. This trade, I mean, this challenge is harder than we could have expected. I'll make this trade, though. Duncan Robinson, sure. I'll make that trade. Add him to the team. Wow. Okay. So I'll trade Jeff Teague. Might be easier to get a first pick for. I mean, there's a first, but they want a first to give me the first. Oh, brother. Oh, Sabonis. No, Sabonis' contract just started to kick in. This is not 2K20 no more. I know it feels like 2K20, but it's not. Because, I mean, Sabonis... Maybe Sabonis might be the move. I did see that we'd have to give up a first-round pick to make that happen. Let's try to do it without the first. I mean, they're gonna offer the first. They're gonna want the first bad. What if I gave you instead? I gave you Justin Jackson. Okay, Justin Jackson is more valuable than my first-round pick apparently. And then now Sabonis is probably at his prime position, which is cool. Let's go talk to the Rockets again now. I have some good pieces, man. I have all-star caliber pieces in Sabonis and Drummond. Not enough. I give you this first, which is worth 2.5. I'll give you this first, which is worth 2. That's all it took. That's all it took. Shoot, I may go after James Harden too. Hold on. We just got Kevin Durant on the team for what seemed like not a lot. We gave up Drummond and we gave up Sabonis and 2 draft picks. That's a W of a trade if you ask me. We have a lot of small forwards. Let's trade Gallinari. What could we get for Rudy Gobert? That's interesting, but they want to pick. What if I just make this challenge better by trading for another guy in the high 90s? You know what I'm saying? Trade for another guy in the high 90s. And in order to do that, maybe we'll trade for Kemba Walker first. Make Kemba Walker a shooting guard. And then, boom, trade him away. Or Chris Middleton's at his prime position already. That's what I'm thinking. We trade for Kemba Walker, right? We go and make Kemba Walker a shooting guard. Boom, that's a W. And then now we go talk to who now? Who do we talk to? Do we talk about James Harden? I think we may try to talk about James Harden. We may have to talk about James Harden. I'm talking to the Magic first. Let's go talk to the Magic. You know what I'm saying? Boardman gets paid. Boardman gets traded. You give us back Kawhi. We give you Kemba. Obviously, that is not enough. But this is where we throw in RJ. We have to go sign some players. Okay, let me go sign some players. Some cheap players. So I said I don't want to bring in Felicio. I'm going to bring in Felicio just so we have players. Okay, so I'm going back to talk to the Magic. Boardman gets paid. Boardman gets traded to Dallas. That's the team we are in today's video. I mean, when you start recording 3 videos in a row, you start to get things mixed up. Okay, so we had Kemba, and then I wanted to throw in RJ, right? Then I want to throw... Do I want to throw in another young guy? I could throw in Duncan Robinson or Matt Thomas. Matt Thomas is worth 1 star value. Or Melo? Worth 1.5 star value. Okay, this is not going to be enough, but if I throw some picks at it, our picks are not that valuable anymore. These seconds are not going to be valuable, but I'm going to throw them all these seconds. That's not enough. It's not enough. How about we only got 2 more firsts? I'm willing to give up all of my first round picks and then 1 more second. It's not enough. It's not enough. We're talking about Kawhi here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not going to be easy. Keldon Johnson's only 2-star value now. To them, he's 2-star value. To other teams, he might be more. I don't want to trade Trae Young anymore. I would love to have Trae Young, KD, and Kawhi. Come on, man. I guess I have to throw in Duncan Robinson in this trade. You give us back Frank Ntilikina's big old contract. I mean, it's big considering his production, I guess. And then now we throw these picks, and if this is not enough, then it is literally all our assets. And the Kawhi trade is off the table. No big deal. We'll go talk to. I mean, we only needed to make 1 trade for somebody that was a 93 or above. So let's go to like the 90s. I mean, I saw like a guy like Joel Embiid. Cavaliers. Joel is close to max value as well. We're going to have the Kemba Walker piece. Of course, they're going to say no to that. We'll also throw you RJ. Oh, RJ's kind of valuable to them, man. RJ's more valuable to them than any other team so far. That's a W. You give us back Jay Crowder. And then this is where the picks come in. Boom. 1 pick. A second. Okay, the second's not worth anything. I need to stop trying to throw that into the trade. And just like that, we got a crazy big 3. I'm making Trae Young back to a point guard. Crazy big 3 of Trae Young, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid. We have a shooter in Duncan Robinson who, you know what, I don't really like the backcourt of Duncan Robinson and Trae Young. And Duncan Robinson, I mean, yes, it does look like him, but it doesn't at the same time. He looks kind of like Jimmy Neutron, and that's not great. We have 1,000 power forwards on the bench, so we have our big 3. We've already completed the challenge part. Now we got to win a championship, so let's go do the necessary trades to fill out the roster. But trades are going to be, again, a little bit more difficult than normal because of the trade difficulty. Here we go. The first Robert Covington trade of 2K21. I am here to experiment to see if he's still going to be trash this year. I doubt it. I have so much, what's the word I'm looking for? So high expectations for what Robert Covington can do for us. He'll be a 6th man. You know what? I'll take that. Robert Covington, welcome to the team. Trades are so dry, man. Trades are terrible right now. I mean, it's part of the challenge, though. It's part of the challenge. I'm trying to upgrade that shooting guard position so Duncan can come off the bench. Again, I like Duncan, but I'd rather have a more defensive shooting guard alongside Trae Young than Duncan, because Duncan Robinson's perimeter defense in 2K is a D-. D-, which literally will put him like towards the bottom of the entire league. So I don't want him and Trae Young starting together. I mean, I'm trying to think about it like that. 52 perimeter defense, it can't be that. So I need to find out how we get that shooting guard. I mean, I guess I trade Derek Favors, who's somehow still on the team. So let's figure this out. He's small, but he has a ton of heart and a great defender. Fred VanVleet is going to run our shooting guard position for us. And just like that, we have a better backcourt. They're both 6'1". But I promise you, it's not as bad as it sounds considering basically him and Kyle Lowry are the same height and they won a championship together last year. So that's the starting lineup is looking cool. They want to start Melo, and I'm not against starting Melo. I would prefer not to, but I'm not against it. Shout out to Melo for the comeback season. I'm not against it. Again, I just prefer not to. Simple. So let's go try to see if there's a power forward. See, I would much rather have Bojan Bogdanovic. But instead, I'm going to do the trade for Aaron Gordon and Dwight. The Dwight Howard thing puts it over the top. He could be our backup center. Aaron Gordon plays his role very well. Do a little bit of everything. Play some defense. And that's something he probably a little bit better than Bojan. And we need to find this 10th man in the rotation, which will be a backup point guard. And you know what? We got a piece like, we still have Matt Thomas. We still have Matt Thomas in 2 seconds. It's going to get us our backup point guard. Boom. It could be Michael Carter-Williams. It could be. I'm not just going to accept it without looking at the rest. I can get Chicago's very own Kendrick Nunn. So I will. Yes, I will. So early in the video, I talked about how like the comment section of my videos have been a lot of just like people trying to get their challenge seen. And it makes sense. But what I would suggest is if you're going to comment a challenge, just throw another, just comment twice. One time for the challenge, one time for the, dang, here at 12 minutes and 16 seconds, Kenny, your dyslexia kicked in again. Because it probably did. Because it probably did. Because it usually does at least 3 to 4 times a video. All right, so I think we're done with our rebuild. It's time to make sure that, I mean, oh, well, we got Rick Carlisle. Come on. I still don't understand why Rick Carlisle's offense is a D-, 2K. They literally, Rick Carlisle's offense this year was literally the best in the history of basketball. Okay, it was one of the best in the history of basketball. You trying to tell me it is a D-? It is the worse it can be without failing. What sense does I will still not understand that, and this is something I'll probably send to the 2K team. Like, how the heck is Rick Carlisle defense a D minus? D minus. For reference, man, I mean, I think I've done this before, but they had like Jim Boylan as like a C. I mean, Jacques Vaughn offense better. Mike Malone's offense is a C. Okay, I'm gonna look and see whose offense is 100% worse, but has a better grade. Coach Bud's offense. Oh, Coach Bud is just a bad coach. These got Coach Bud is just a bad coach. Oh, Coach Bud is a worse coach than Jim Boylan. JB Bickerstaff is a better offensive coach than NBA champion coach Rick Carlisle. I don't understand it. I never will. Eric Spoelstra has a D offense? Okay, that's absurd. That's absurd. That's something I got to send that to him. All right, so we're ready. Our starting five is Trae Young, Fred VanVleet, KD, Aaron Gordon, and Joel Embiid. I even forgot Joel was on the team. This big three is going to be unstoppable. Then we have Robert Covington off the bench. I'm super excited to see what his statistics look like. What I have to do before we go to simulate is make his backup position a power forward so he can play more than one position. All right. And now we have him. We have Dwight Howard. We have Duncan Robinson, Melo, and Kendrick Nunn. Our second unit is fire. Our second unit got the offenses, got the defenses, got the shooting. I don't know how this team loses more than 15 games. I don't see it happening. I don't know how many wins I said. I said there's no way they lose more than 15. Well, they lost 10. 72-10 record. Giannis is a bull, and he won MVP. Get used to that sighting because it will happen in 2021. I'm calling it right here in this video. Somebody clip it. And when it does happen, you tweet it at me. And if it doesn't happen, I don't ever want to see it again. Rookie of the Year is always going to go to Denley Windler, but he actually put up statistics this year. Then we have Dennis Schroeder, Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year, Brandon Clark, Most Improved, and then Rick Carlisle. Oh, you talking about the guy with the worst offense in the whole league? He won Coach of the Year? That's crazy. That's crazy. Where is our guys, though? Okay, we have Joel Embiid. Kevin Durant just can't do it, huh? Kevin Durant coming off that injury and just can't put up numbers, huh? Wow, he actually didn't make it. Oh, Drummond made it. We traded you away. I think we traded you for Kevin Durant, didn't we? Tough. We should have just kept you, I guess. So we are the 1 seed, as you could probably expect. I do want to see what Kevin Durant ended up averaging. He averaged 21. And Trae Young averaged 27. And I don't think that was enough to make an All-NBA team. Nope. He was an All-Star, but not an All-NBA player. All-Star Kevin Durant. All-Star Joel Embiid. So we had 3 All-Stars. And we're about to roll through the NBA. Robert Covington, moment of truth. What is your shooting splits? Terrible. And 2K21, Robert Covington is still terrible. And what is the reason? His three-point tendency is so high, but he just doesn't make them because I'm guessing they have his three-point rating low? He's got an average three-point rating with a well above average tendency to shoot them. That's a bad recipe. That's a recipe for shooting terrible from the field. That's what that is. So, okay. All right. I'm curious to see one thing. Somebody told me no matter what. Interesting. No matter what, there are certain players in 2K20 that will have terrible field goal percentages. And I'm going to try to see if that is true. I didn't really see it. Maybe I have to do another franchise and try to figure it out. So we're going against the Lakers, who have Damian Lillard. They have Draymond, LaMarcus Aldridge are back with him, and Damian Lillard are back together. That's something. They got a nice, well-rounded team. They got offense, they got defense, but Joel should eat on LaMarcus. Let's see if he does. And we get out of that first round, and what did Joel average this series? He had to average 25. Nothing less. Okay, 21, exactly. Exactly 21 points per game. Okay, no big deal. We got out of that round. It don't really matter. Second round, we're going against the Clippers, who have Chris Paul, Tyler Hero, DeMar DeRozan, Jeff Green, and Steven Adams. Another not terrible team, but of course we are superior. I mean, we have 3 All-Stars on our roster. Wait. Hold on. The Clippers nice? Oh, the Clippers are way better. Oh, yo. I mean, is it playoff hero or is it just playoff CP3? I don't really know. I'm changing the rotations. Kevin, we need more points than 21. Trae Young, do your thing. Keep doing your thing. Joel, come on, bro. Nobody can stop you down there. Stop being passive. Stop being passive. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Do not get eliminated in this round because so far I have shot 100% on these challenges in 2K21, and I want to continue my streak. We're up by double digits. Oh, that's it. That's it. My boys came to play. Shorten that rotation. Kevin gets more minutes. And Trae Young in the game 7. You would have thought he'd been in the playoffs 1,000 times the way he be performing. And Kevin is just, he's just, I mean, his shooting percentages are crazy. So what is his shot tendency is well above that. I don't know how Kevin Durant is shooting so well from the field, but only average of 20 points per game. Like, he needs to be taking way more shots than that. Forget you, Aaron Gordon. Those 11 shots need to go to Kevin Durant. It's not like he's just like the best scorer of our generation or nothing. All right, 3 seed. Whoa. Whoa, look at their top 3. They have Rookie of the Year Dylan Windler, Trey Burke, and DeAnthony Melton. This thing got to the conference finals? How? Oh, Karl Anthony Towns just killing the game. Trey Burke is looking like bubble Trey Burke, I guess. I mean, in the playoffs, Dylan Windler's hooping. Okay. There's a reason he won Rookie of the Year, and that reason being that there's no rookies other than him. Let's get it. They're up 2-1. They're 2-2. 3-2 us. For a team that has a big 3, I mean, we should not have got scared away by these two teams. Like, come on. They shouldn't even stood a chance. Then we have Goran Dragic, Zach LaVine, Will Barton, Nemanja Bjelica, and Big Bam Adebayo. I have not traded for Bam Adebayo yet, so I'll take my W. I'll take my W, even though I do want to trade for Bam a little bit more. But maybe in 2K21, he's just way more valuable than he was in 2K20. I mean, it's possible. The dude's an all-star. We're up 3-1, and that was enough. And JoJo wins Finals MVP, even though Trae Young put up a couple stinkers, but I mean, it don't really matter. Actually, he put up 1 stinker and he loses Finals MVP. I want to can't you go like round by round? Playoffs, first round. Yeah, you can't go round by round. So it's semifinals. Takes a while to load. Conference finals, numbers, then the finals. And they gave it to Joel because he has a 16 rebounds in the 3 blocks. Oh, I need to see the 3 blocks. Yeah, Joel, you can have it. And just like that, that is another challenge checked off. Yard sale challenge, or whatever you want to call it, is done. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. I'll be back tomorrow because we're uploading content every single day. Peace.